Ahoy hoy everyone, it's Craig here at EPCOT for the very first day of the 2023 EPCOT International Festival of the Arts, and specifically in this outing here to EPCOT, we are here for the food. We're here to check out the culinary arts. Festival of the Arts focuses on the performing arts, the culinary arts, the art arts, but we are here specifically for food, and I'm very excited. On the very first day of a festival in the new year, I want what's new. So that's gonna be our main focus. Might be some of the old favorites, but gonna try to focus on what's new because, you know, that's fun, that's exciting. That keeps this thing even more fresh than just, you know, new artwork and new performances and such. But joining me today on this is also going to be Ryno and Erica, and spoiler alert, we're at the end of the day. We're about actually to leave, so we're gonna take you on this journey with us throughout the entire day of eating. But before we do that, I wanna remind you this is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel. If you like our content, you wanna support us, book a vacation through Dreams Unlimited Travel. Get a free no obligation quote today at dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. Let's go. First item we are having today is from Pop Eats, and this is just beyond port of entry and World Showcase. It's right across from the dilapidated Starbucks that is no longer there. And Pop Eats is where you're gonna find all of your tomato soups, and specifically the one we got was the tomato soup with pimento cheese, bacon, and fried green tomato grilled cheese, because you cannot pass up a pimento grilled cheese, especially with fried tomato. This was $6.50, and you get two little squares of sandwich. So it's like, I would say probably quarters. So you're getting like half a sandwich with this, and then you're getting your little Pop Eats little tomato soup dipper. And yes, I love a good pimento, so I think I'm gonna enjoy this one. It's gonna be good. This is popping with the two B's, butter and bacon. That's the dominating flavors that I'm getting. Pimento has just a little bit of a spiciness to it. The fried green tomato on there just adds a little extra heft to it, so that way I feel like, you know, I'm getting a little bit more than just a grilled cheese. It's actually substantial. Really good. Ryno, I think you're gonna be happy with the spice level. But let me try the soup real quick too. This one, I'm not like as quick to wanna dip this in the soup. I'd be happy just having this by itself and then drinking some soup, but we'll see if the soup's even good. Looks a little watery and runny and liquidy. The tomato soup is decent. It definitely hits with that acidity from the tomatoes. A little creamier would be a lot nicer, but you know what? It's not bad soup. If you just got the plain grilled cheese, dipped it in the soup, it would probably be delicious. But this one that we're having right now, not really my favorite.
I'm excited. You made your happy face when you bit into this. For me, it's all about a fried green tomato. I love a fried green tomato. Kathy Bates, Chris O'Donnell. This bread with all the butter soaked into it is so good. The fried green tomato is really nice in here with the pimento cheese. And you were 100%. I love the spice level that is in this sandwich, which is just that nice little. I'm gonna do two things. I'm gonna do a spoonful of tomato soup and then dip. Normally I don't like tomato soup, but you did convert me when we were at Disneyland with the Jolly Holiday combo. That's a must-have now for me. But this looks much, like you said, watery, which is like not the kind I like, but here we go. And this is why I don't like it. It's pretty standard tomato soup. It's just like straight up, very tomatoey. I'm gonna dip, see if that changes my mind here. It's not bad when you dip it in with the sandwich, but there's a pretty good portion of the soup here. You're not going to be able to finish it with the sandwich, so I don't know. I feel like for the price we paid, I feel like pretty good value. So I'm trying a new approach. I'm just going to sip it.
A sipping soup.
Tomatoes. Oh, no. I wish you could buy this separately. I stole that from Craig. He said that when he wasn't being recorded.
Okay, so we are at Gourmet Landscapes, and I got the blood orange braised beet tartare. I've never had a beet in my life, so let's see how this goes. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna feel about this. but there's something that I don't like. It's not the vinaigrette, but it's not my favorite thing ever. But like, it's a beet. I can't really expect much from some beets, but I'll eat it. And this dish was $5.50, and you can find it right outside of the Canada Pavilion. $5.50, I don't know, the serving, it's not huge, so I wouldn't say it's worth the price. But again, it's right outside of the Canada Pavilion.
We are here between France and Morocco because that is where the Vibrante and Vivito and Canto Cocina booth is. And from here, we got the chorizo and potato empanada, which was $6.75. This is with turmeric, aioli, and annatto aioli. I have no idea what that is. I barely know what turmeric is, to be honest with you. But I'm excited. It's very hot. Mama likes a hot empanada, so Mama's happy. A lot of sauce, a lot of beef coming out of here. A lot of chorizo. I'm on the edge of the water right now because space is limited here at the EPCOT Center. Do we still call it that? I don't think we do. Here we go. It's got a spice to it that I am in love with. The empanada is nice and flaky. I feel like I got a lot of meat on this one. Not a ton of the potato in here, but it's good. I think this was one that I probably shouldn't have cut in half, but I did because I wanted to share it with Craig, and I sacrificed the structural integrity of this empanada for you, Craig. So I hope that you enjoy it because I enjoy it. Wow. Oh yeah. It's good.
I hope this doesn't come out offensive, but we're gonna find out if this is an empanada or an empanada.
I'm offended.
Okay, fantastic. Now, I think Ryno and I had this last year and we liked it. I'm not sure if we had it during our review of the festival, if it was just a different time, but I love a good mustard. I love a good aioli. This was mustard, right? Or
Nope.
was this turmeric?
I didn't listen to you.
I didn't listen to you. It's fine. Yep, I should have listened to you because definitely not mustard, but as you said, this is bordering on like legitimately spicy. So if a lot of spices is something you want to avoid, then I would definitely avoid this. But the empanada itself, light, flaky, the meat, potato filling inside, real tasty. $6.75 for one little empanada. Empanada? Do I keep saying it with an A? An empanada? $6.75 for one empanada. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it on the price-wise, but taste-wise, it's a spot.
Okay, we went to the Japan booth, the Goshiki, which is located in the Japan Pavilion of EPCOT. Surprisingly enough, we got two items. Erica got an item that she'll tell you about in a minute here, and then Craig and I are going to split the Rainbow Katsu Sando, which is a pork cutlet sandwich with tangy tangatsu sauce and cabbage in a rainbow sweetbread. And I gotta tell you, this little baby looks delicious.
How much was it?
It was $6.50. Going in. The piece of pork cutlet in here is nice. It's got a really crunchy and crispy texture to it. The tangatsu sauce is literally as it's described. It's a little tangy, a little sweetness. And then the cabbage is definitely giving me an iceberg lettuce vibe here, which I don't think, had I not read it was cabbage, I would have thought it was iceberg lettuce. So I'm not sure, but it's pretty good. I'm gonna try our little mystery relish on the side here because I have no clue what this is. Maybe that's the cabbage. No, this said it was supposed to be, the cabbage was supposed to be in the bread, so. My goodness, that is, I do not know what to make of that. It's pickled onions. I think I love it. I think I hate it. I don't know, either way, $6.50, I would get this again, I think.
I do love a good pork cutlet, and the bread, you know, this is so much fun. Rainbow bread. It's yeah. I don't know if it'll be good, but I'm at least happy. It makes me happy looking at it. It's a solid little sandwich. I mean, the cabbage adds a nice little crunch to it. The pork is not really well seasoned, but definitely in the breading, you get a little bit of that in there, and the sauce on top helps to balance out the flavors. My problem is I'm gonna, for visual watchers, you're gonna see, in terms of the amount of pork that was on my side of the sandwich, I'm not sure about Ryno's, is very minimal. So
Oh,
this is like all just plain bread.
It was
Over half of it was plain bread on that. So I could have used a little bit of a bigger piece of pork or curbed the bread a little bit more, but overall, I'm impressed with the flavor. Still don't know how I feel about it with the price, so.
Try the onions.
Ryno is insisting that I try the onions, so I will try them. They are pickled onions, but there's one more flavor in there that I don't know how to pinpoint it. I'm not an expert at all, or even try to act like I'm an expert, fake my expertise when it comes to Japanese food. I'm not sure what that flavor is. I don't think I like it,
But you're getting another scoop.
but I'm gonna eat another scoop.
All right, so I got the Sushi Donut, which has salmon, tuna, shrimp, cucumber, sesame seeds, and of course wasabi aioli and sriracha aioli and some eel sauce. I love sushi, and I've always wanted to have like a sushi donut every time I've seen it on a menu. So we're gonna go ahead and try this. It's gonna be hard to break this apart, but I'm just gonna grab it in a section.
Do you remember how much it was, too?
It was $8.25. All right, I was only able to grab some shrimp, but let me get some of the sauces on here. Tastes like shrimp. It's good. It's actually pretty fresh. I was worried coming from a booth if it might taste like old and not too great, but it's actually pretty fresh. And there's ginger in the middle as well, so you can cleanse your palate between bites. But I like it. I think this is gonna be one of my favorites just because I love sushi so much. There's your ginger, cleanse your palate in between. But yeah, all the fish looks really good on this. I'm definitely gonna come back and get this for sure. I'm gonna devour this whole thing. So now that I'm done, I just want to touch on the other fish that were on the plate. The salmon was really thin. The tuna was nice and like chunky, but I just wish that the salmon would have been like a little thicker cut. I felt like a little gypped in that one. But overall, it was really good. I don't know, I just love it. Like I want to go and order it again if I wasn't full. But yeah, just the salmon, just give me a little thicker cut there. But everything else is really good. I loved it. I loved it.
We are at the artist table in the America Pavilion, and definitely easily the longest wait of all the booths that we've been to by far. I timed it, it was about 40 minutes. From the time I got in line to the time I sat down, there is some sort of very slow, like watching how they're working in the kitchen, they do not have a very efficient setup in there, but that's for them to figure out and for me to eat. So we've got a plethora of items here. I'm starting with the one that I was like, oh, interesting, which is the duck and dumplings. I'm not usually a duck person, but on the right occasion. You give me that Morimoto duck, I'm all over it. But this is $7. It's smoked duck breast with ricotta dumplings, petite vegetables, and duck juice. So we'll see here. I know Craig's interested in trying this one too. So I don't know if I should, I don't know.
Eat the piece.
Eat
the duck.
No, but I want a little bit of everything so it can all get in my mouth at the same time.
So I could
Okay, I'm gonna eat the duck.
water and I could.
I don't really know how to describe duck other than like wet chicken. Does that make sense? And then here's the thing about this dumpling. I don't like it. It's not bad. This whole time while I was sitting in line, for some reason I was thinking a pot sticker filled with ricotta cheese, and that's on me, and I feel so sad right now. But that's life. That's life.
Oh, the soy sauce.
So I hate everything, but this is fine.
Ryno said we got a plethora of items. We actually cleared the table in terms of the food items.
The
Didn't
artist
get any
table.
Drinks. That's your joke, not mine. I don't care for it. I won't support it. The item I'm going to try, I will try the duck, but we've been waiting so long for the food. I want to try to eat mine before it gets too cold, and that is the 3-meat meatloaf with peas and carrots, green pea pudding, carrot ketchup, shaved carrot salad, and snap peas. And this item was $6.50, and I love a good meatloaf, you know, something about it. It's just like It feels like warmth, it feels like family, it feels like comfort, it feels like America.
Feels like beef.
It's just feels like beef. Oh man, something's happening over here. Give me a
I can smell
soundtrack.
your meatloaf.
Meatloaf is pretty good. I mean, I would like it to be a little bit more moist on the inside, but it's meaty. The carrot ketchup with it is pretty interesting. I'm gonna eat the this pea puree kind of.
Pea pudding.
Pea POP.
POP.
It's my Hawaiian name. No, peas. Actually, yeah, it's like mushy pea pudding. I'm pretty impressed with this dish. But the other thing I'm going to try is the hummingbird cake. This is $4.75. It's a banana cake with pineapple, coconut, pecans, and cream cheese frosting with banana sorbet. I love the hummingbird cake from what's that place called? Homecoming. And I don't think I'm gonna like this one as much, but it does look tasty. Oh man, it looks tasty. Here goes nothing. This thing is walloping with bananas, that cream cheese, just adding that extra burst of sweetness with it. And that frosting, the banana sorbet, pretty tasty. The pecans are then adding that nice crunch to it on top of the kind of coconutty crunch on top. This is a really good cake. I would absolutely get this again, especially for $4.75. Not sure about the meatloaf, but I get the cake.
All right, so we are at Modern, which is right next to Test Track, and I got the compressed watermelon. It is a plant-based option here. It is pickled watermelon, yuzu pearls, watermelon foam, and wasabi. So let's see if it's got that spice that wasabi would give it. And it was $4.75. Here's a look at that watermelon. Watermelon's my favorite fruit. I actually like this. The flavors, you would think it's weird, but it works because it takes away some of the sweetness and it adds a lot of flavor to the watermelon. It's good.
Ryno and I are going to split the angry crab from this booth. It is $7.25 and it is whole crispy soft shell crab with green papaya salad, mango sriracha fluid gel, coconut lime foam with pomegranate and mango crushed pearls. And the soft shell crab is like very easy to get your piece of that and just shove and go. Everything else is, plated very beautifully. This is Festival of the Arts, so this is culinary arts in that way. So I'm gonna start by shoving the crab, and then from there, I'm going to start on the slaw and everything else, and we're just gonna eat this all together in a cacophony, a symphony of flavors.
Are you supposed to eat that like that?
I'm a fan of the crab. I am really enjoying it. I probably would have enjoyed it if I would have taken a bit of a smaller bite. I could have just been fine with the crab itself. It doesn't have a lot of flavor, but a good amount of the flavor was definitely in the breading. That's where I got a little bit of that butteriness. It went down really, really easy. And this was the first time that I've had soft shell crab. So I feel like I've checked off another box of the things that I need to try before I die. So thanks, Disney. Thanks.
Okay. We had some wonderful people stop and talk to us, so I am going to eat my ice cold crab now. I'm glad we had a half of it. I'm not upset that I had it. I feel like there's that innately crabby, fishy flavor that you get left with afterwards. This like slaw that it's on is interesting. I don't know, it tastes very pickled to me. And I don't understand the coconut foam. I think if I was a better person and knew how to eat things, this would be a much more interesting experience. But I'm not unhappy we tried it, honestly. Do you remember how much you said this was for?
$7.25.
Yeah, I feel like for $7.25, I don't think like it's that. I think it's okay. I don't know how much crabs are. I don't know things. I'm not a fisherman.
Alright, so today I tried 3 things. I would say my favorite is the Sushi Donut. I loved it a lot. My least favorite was the dish that I got with the beets from the booth over in Canada. not a fan. I would skip that one, but I would come back for that sushi donut, that's for sure.
Ryno, what was the best thing you had today, and what was the worst?
Well, the best thing is this little dose of sunshine that just came out here at the end of the day. Wow, Florida, baby. The best thing that I think I'd be thinking about and I would come back for again is that hummingbird cake that I wasn't really interested in, and now I'm like, it was so good, so good. And I think, ironically, my least favorite thing was the duck from the exact same booth, which were both from the artist table in America. Yeah, I don't think, other than that though, other than the duck, I feel like everything else I had today was pretty decent. So I enjoyed it overall. So I'm pretty happy with everything so far. And yeah, I'm definitely getting that cake again though.
Ryno, we are very close on our favorite food item and our least favorite food item. For me, the least favorite by far was the duck. The aftertaste that it left was just downright disgusting. I don't know if it was like the smokiness with it or what it was, but it just did not work for me at all. I would never get it again. And honestly, the meatloaf, like even that, having it side by side, something felt off about that. So I'm just not impressed at all with that booth outside of the hummingbird cake, but that's not my favorite. To find out my favorite, we have to go all the way back to the beginning. That very first food item we got, the fried green tomato grilled cheese with that pimento cheese. It was buttery, texture was great. That was 100% my favorite thing. Again, the soup with it wasn't great, but the sandwich itself was exceptional, and I will try to make one of those at home for me. Not tonight, maybe tomorrow, very soon. I have to have one of them again. Maybe it'll just be back here. But overall, I can't really complain about the food here. I think that basically for the most part we enjoyed everything that we had, just really the stuff from the American booth, because even the pork sandwich was good, the empanada was good. We had a lot of great food. Just that couple items just didn't really hit home, but that's what happens. That's what happens. We're taking a chance. We're hoping for the best. Sometimes we lose. But that's it for our day here at the 2023 EPCOT International Festival of the Arts. I truly hope that you enjoyed seeing what we ate. And, you know, if you did, you can always show your support for us by booking a vacation through Dreams Unlimited Travel. You can hit the thumbs up if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, leave comments, questions, video suggestions, and if you're listening to this for some reason, then, you know, always subscribe where you listen to podcasts and leave good ratings and reviews when you can. But the Epcot 40th Beacons of Magic is calling me, so I want to go watch that. So we're going to say goodbye, good luck, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.